And then we'll start the recording. I just need 1 second. Did I already ask how your Monday's going?
No.
Okay. How's your Monday?
It's been good. It's been fun. Yeah, we had our first snow today. I'm based in Montreal, so it's nice to wake up to that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, where are you based?
I'm in Wisconsin.
I see.
So I think we've had some frost, but not snow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Welcome to the Make It interview series. My name is Tara, and today I have the pleasure of interviewing Afreen. So could you please introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about where you're from, where you decided to go to school, and then how you picked your major.
Right. So my name is Afreen Aliya. I graduated from McGill University last year, and I've been working for about a year now. I'm working at a trading company based in Montreal right now, but I'm in the transition phase of moving to Toronto. So in terms of why I chose my major, it's kind of a funny story. When I was a kid, I used to watch a lot of movies, and one of the movies that I watched was Matrix, and I saw people coding in that, and I thought it was super cool, and I just wanted to pursue that, and I just out of a limb, I just took computer engineering as my major, and it worked out. Yeah, that's my story.
That's awesome. I love that you're like, yeah, I'm just gonna give this a shot and based off a movie.
Right.
That's great. When you were growing up, was there any other things that you're like, oh, maybe I'll do this, or was it like coding all the way?
No, not really. I knew I was interested in math and science, not so much in biology, more in chemistry and physics. And just growing up, I didn't do any of my coding classes, or I didn't even know how to code in high school, or even my 11th or my 12th grade. I took my first coding class only after I started McGill in my second semester, but there were no like indications that I wanted to do coding as such, but I knew I wanted to do something focused more on math and science.
Awesome. And so, what school did you attend again?
McGill.
McGill. Okay, cool. And then, so, what did you think of the program, and what are the things that you liked about your field of study at McGill, and then what are the things that maybe you wish you would change or add?
Right. So a couple of things. Since my major was computer engineering, I had an aspect of software and a bit of hardware. And the reason why I wanted to mix was because in my 11th and my 12th grade, I did take up a few classes that focused on electronics. And after I got into McGill and I started doing a few hardware courses, I realized that I wasn't really interested in them. I kind of found it frustrating. But after I finished my first coding class, I realized that I really enjoyed it. And I wanted to focus more on that. In terms of things that I didn't really enjoy, a lot of students had already taken a lot of coding classes before I joined, and being able to catch up with them was really hard. That wasn't very for me. Even though I enjoyed coding, I found a lot of concepts hard to grasp in the beginning, and being able to catch up with them and being able to understand and finish assignments faster than or even at the same pace that they did was a little hard for me, which was very frustrating and hard. But I think that was something I wish I could go back in time. If I could change that, I would ask myself to like code a little bit before I got into university.
Did your campus like have any resources, tutoring or whatnot to kind of help you um, like work through those hard lessons?
Oh, for sure, yeah. Michael had a lot of resources. There was this one place called the Help Desk that was based in the building that hosts all of these computer science classes, and we could go up to them. And these were student peers that we could ask questions to. That was really helpful. And apart from that, we had like TA office hours and lecture office hours where we could go and talk to them, which was really, really helpful.
That's great that you're able to have that sort of community. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so, what are some other experiences that you had in college that kind of helped shape you into the computer engineer that you are today, whether
Right.
others or whatnot?
Mm-hmm. So in the beginning, I joined a lot of design clubs at McGill, and the clubs that I joined was McGill Robotics, and I was part of the AUV team. That was the autonomous under vehicle team, and I was working on the electronics team, the power team specifically, and we were designing PCBs and building them, which was really really fun. But that's also when I realized that I was interested in them, but I didn't really see my future working on hardware, and I did that for 2 years. That was really fun. And after that, I slowly got into more student-friendly clubs, which didn't really focus on any kind of technology, but just that helped me develop my leadership skills more. And at the end of my school years, I joined a club called Compete McGill that focused on competitive programming, which is honestly like something that's highly regarded in the industry, and something that I wanted to for a really long time. So that was really fun. So we used to host workshops on how to do competitive programming, how to prepare for technical interviews, and that was really fun. Yeah.
Wow, that's like, I feel like that's probably so useful to, especially to prep for technical interviews, because that's so like intimidating and you don't really know like what questions they're going to ask you. I have a couple software friends who are like, oh, I had to do this during an interview or do that. I'm just like, I don't even know how you would do that in an interview. That's great.
Yeah.
What would you say is maybe one of your favorite experiences that you've had throughout your collegiate career?
I think oh, that's tough. Honestly, if I had to summarize my university experience, it was a struggling student just going from one assignment to the other, one midterm to the other. It's tough, but I honestly think it made me tougher and stronger. But the time that have really like stuck with me are the ones that I thought something was really tough and I couldn't get through it, but I was able to get through those times and being a better leader or a better student. That was really fun. And throughout my experience at McGill, I had 4 different internships, and that it kind of ties back into the question that you asked me earlier, that what really helped me come to this decision as a software developer. Especially as a student, I think you need to go to as many industries as you can to do your internships and understand what you like and what you don't like. So since I had 4 internships, and they were based in different industries, and I think every student needs that to understand what you like and what you don't like. And only in my last semester, like the last internship that I had before I graduated, I was in the finance industry, and I realized that I really am interested in how the markets work, and I wanted to work more closely with that, which helped me get closer to the first company that I chose to work at. And I learned so much from them. I had the best mentors. Yeah, I think that's one of the greatest things. You just be able to try as many things as you can while you're in college.
That's great that you're able to have so many internships. Definitely. I totally feel you with engineering school when you're like struggling student just going from one assignment to the next. Like, it's kind of how it feels. You like don't really feel like you catch a break. But afterwards you're like, wow, like I did that. It's kind of like lifting weights and you're like, wow, I'm super strong now. Like,
Yeah, that's fair.
that's great. And so now that, so you've had your college experiences, you had your internships, what are you up to now and what do you see yourself doing in the future as well?
Right. So the thing that I'm really passionate about is women in tech. That's one of my passions, and I've been trying to get involved with that as much as I can. So even during my school years, I tried to help out. So there was one organization called RoboGals, and we had different chapters all around the world. And what we used to do is that these chapters, they used to go to schools, and they used to talk to girls in middle schools and elementary schools and teach them how to code on campus, which was really good. And we wanted to do that, and I've tried to be involved in this mission in as many ways as I can. So currently, I'm a part of this organization called Mentors, which is Women Mentors, and we get paired up with women who want to get into technology. So that has been good. So that's one of my key focuses right now that I've been doing outside of work. And apart from that, just being a part of the tech world, you do realize that you have to keep up with what's going on in the industry because it's so fast paced. So I try to, after I'm done with work, I try to do a few coding questions here and there, try to learn what's new in the technology field, and even the languages that I'm working on at work. I try to learn more about them in depth so that I can get better faster.
Wow, you are really on top of it. That's such a great way to like you said, it moves so fast. And
Mm-hmm.
I love that you said after work, you take, however long or some amount of time and you kind of like update yourself. And that's a great way to, I don't know, keep up. And even outside of school, which is super
Mm-hmm.
important because once you're out of school, it's like on you to
Mm-hmm.
continuous learning. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Thank you.
So the last question I like to ask is, what is a piece of advice that you would give students who maybe don't know what they want to study yet, and are like kind of undecided or just are unsure about college? What is some advice that you would give them?
Right. So I think a lot of us put a lot of pressure on ourselves to just have everything figured out, and it's okay not to have things figured out. It's a process trying to get to where you want and where you need to be in the future. So I would just recommend trying as many things as you can, not putting a lot of pressure on yourself, taking it easy, but giving it your best shot, like and putting yourself a little bit outside the comfort zone and seeing what's out there for you, and try to talk to as many people as you can, especially I think in when you're in a university, like you have access to so many people from different parts of the world, and being able to talk to them, being able to understand their ideas, their backgrounds, and what they're interested in, what their passions are. I think that really helps you. See a different perspective that you haven't seen before, or even try things out that you've never even heard of before. So I think just keeping your eyes open, taking it easy, putting yourself a little bit outside the comfort zone, I think that really helps.
I totally agree. That's great advice. I feel like definitely students are like, oh, I need to pick something like right now, and then that's the thing that I do forever. And it's like that's totally, you can have a plan going into college, but you know, be open to trying and learning and your plan changing a little bit.
Hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
Is there anything else that you would like to share with students viewing this today?
I think you just have to know that everyone is struggling in their own way, and it's okay, and you should be okay asking for help. And if you're not okay now, just know that you're strong enough to get through that. Um, and make sure that you have a good support system. Like make sure you're surrounded by people. Like college can be very competitive, and going through it by yourself can be very scary. But having people who have the same goals, who care about you, surrounding yourself with that is really helpful to get through all of these hard times. And just believing in yourself, regardless of how hard it is, you will make through it. So just take it easy. You'll be okay.
Thank you so much for that advice, Afreen. It was really cool getting to know you today, and to hear about your experiences in women in tech. Um, I can already tell you're going to do big things. I mean,
Thank
you
you.
with your constant continuous learning and teaching girls to code. You said it was called Robo Girls.
RoboGals. It
Robo.
started in Australia, so RoboGals. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
Mm.
Okay. Thank you for being on the Make It interview today. I really enjoyed getting to know you.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.